Steelers Nation, are you ready for a wave of rumors? First, our offensive coordinator, Arthur Smith, has unexpectedly been linked to the Patriots, a surprising scenario that's causing quite a stir. And to spice things up even more, Russell Wilson, one of the key players brought in to stabilize the offense, might be on his way out. With the Giants showing interest, these stories could have a major impact on Pittsburgh's future, and you won't want to miss a single detail. Don't forget to like this video and join me as we dive into these updates. All right, Steelers fans, here's the latest buzz swirling around Pittsburgh. Offensive coordinator Arthur Smith is catching some attention around the league, but not exactly in the way you'd expect. The talk isn't just about him landing a head coaching gig, though he's already been in the mix for top jobs with the Jets and Bears. Nope, there's a curveball here. His name is now being floated as a potential target for the New England Patriots offensive coordinator job. Yeah, you heard that right. This little nugget comes courtesy of ESPN's Mike Rice, who pointed out Smith's connection with the Pats' new head coach, Mike Vrabel. These two go way back to their Tennessee Titans days, where Smith was the tight ends coach before Vrabel promoted him to OC in 2019. Under Smith's play calling, the Titans hit the AFC Championship game that year and followed it up with an 11-5 record and an AFC South crown in 2020. So, yeah, there's some history there, and Vrabel reportedly holds Smith in pretty high regard. Now, let's pump the brakes before anyone panics. Rice himself admits this scenario is more of a what if than a real possibility at this point. For Smith to even consider heading to New England, the Steelers would either need to cut him loose or grant the Patriots permission to interview him, neither of which seems likely right now. Still, it's an intriguing thought, especially given Smith's track record and Vrabel's fondness for his old OC. If you're wondering how Smith's been doing in Pittsburgh, he's actually shown some promise in his first year running the offense. The Steelers put up 319.4 yards and 22.4 points per game this season, noticeable jumps from their 2023 numbers of 304.3 yards and 17.9 points. Considering where this offense has been, that's a step in the right direction. So, could Smith really trade the Steel City for New England? Probably not, but it's fun to imagine the what-ifs when you connect the dots. For now, Steelers fans can rest easy knowing he's still around, at least until something more concrete comes up. What do you think? Could Arthur Smith leave Pittsburgh for New England? Drop your thoughts in the comments, but don't go anywhere. The next story about Russell Wilson and the Giants is even more intriguing. All right, Steelers Nation, here's the latest drama coming out of the quarterback carousel in Pittsburgh. Ever since Big Ben hung up the cleats in 2021, the team has been stuck in QB limbo, trying to find that next franchise guy. Last offseason, they brought in both Russell Wilson and Justin Fields, hoping one of them could steady the ship. The price tag was low, the upside was high, but here we are, still spinning our wheels at the most important position on the field. Sound familiar? Yeah, it's been like deja vu from the Kenny Pickett, Mitch Trubisky, and Mason Rudolph experiment the year before. Now, Russell Wilson's name is making headlines again, but this time, it's not tied to staying in Pittsburgh. Nope, Maurice Moton from Bleacher Report has thrown out the idea that the New York Giants might come calling for Wilson's services. Apparently, Big Blue flirted with the idea of signing him last offseason before he landed in Pittsburgh. Moton even pointed to Adam Schefter's report that the Giants and Wilson had a preliminary meeting back then. Now, with the Giants having 0 QBs under contract for 2025, they could revisit those talks to try and patch their QB woes. Moton thinks the 36-year-old Wilson could be a short-term fix for the Giants, and maybe even serve as a mentor for a young QB they draft in the next year or two. Makes sense, right? A proven vet to bridge the gap until the next face of the franchise steps in. But for this to happen, the Steelers would have to be willing to let Wilson walk, and with the QB situation already shaky, that decision wouldn't come easy. Let's be real though, Pittsburgh's quarterback struggles aren't the only issue on offense. Even if the Steelers somehow land the next great QB, does it really matter if they can't surround him with enough talent? It's not just about the guy under center. The offensive line, playmakers, and system need to be on point too. So yeah, figuring out the QB situation is priority number one, but it's far from the only thing that needs fixing this offseason. The Steelers have a lot of soul-searching to do before they find their way back to being legit contenders. Buckle up. It's going to be an interesting few months. Steelers Nation, We're facing two concerning scenarios. Losing Arthur Smith would weaken an offense that's starting to show progress, while Russell Wilson's departure would leave us back in QB limbo. The truth is, this team needs clear direction to return to being competitive. What do you think? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel to stay updated on all things Steelers.